Is portfolio gluttony killing your growth? If you walked into your office tomorrow and saw your team running around carrying 50-pound backpacks, you would immediately stop them. You'd recognize that being able to keep the pace needed to finish all of the work while carrying that kind of weight is just a physical impossibility for most and not sustainable for probably even more than that. Yet, in most boardrooms, we do the exact same thing to our organizations mentally and operationally. We call it aggressive growth or staying agile. I call it portfolio gluttony. We've been conditioned to believe that a long list of active initiatives is a sign of a healthy, innovative company. In reality, it's a sacred cow that suggests more projects equals more progress. But here's the brutal truth. You aren't innovating with 50 projects. You're ensuring that none of them will ever reach the finish line with excellence. You're paying for the start of everything and the completion of nothing. If a team is 90% complete on 50 projects, you've still completed 0 projects. So let that sink in for a minute. Having intentional constraints are the catalyst for flow. Every project you start but don't finish is a dead asset. It's money spent, energy burned, and focus divided with 0 return. So here's 3 insights into the portfolio and process bottleneck. Number 1, the law of wasted motion. When your team is juggling 15 priorities, they spend more time context switching than actually producing. I've talked about this in the past, and really what this creates is a hidden tax, meaning upwards of 40% of your payroll is being spent on the friction of the juggle rather than on the output of the work. Number 2, the process snap. Every operational system has a metabolism. It's natural speed for producing quality. Think of it like going to the gym. After over 2 years off, gradually increasing weights or effort is wise to avoid injury or overexertion, which can slow recovery. The same principle applies to businesses. Overloading causes processes to fracture, steps to be skipped, quality to decline, and top performers to create workarounds to keep up. Number 3, strategic dilution. Excellence requires obsession. You cannot be obsessed with 50 things. By refusing to prioritize, you're effectively telling your market and your people that you're okay with being mediocre at everything rather than world-class at the vital few. So here's a gold nugget for you today. I'm giving you permission to do something that feels counterintuitive, but is mathematically guaranteed to accelerate your growth. You need to implement a project kill list. List every active project and rank them by their direct impact on your number 1 goal for this year. Immediately freeze the bottom 20%. Don't delete them forever if you aren't ready, but if you are, go ahead and just kill them completely. But at the very least, put them into like a deep freeze folder where you're just not even going to focus on them until much later on in the year. Taiichi Ono once said, the slower but consistent tortoise causes less waste and is much more desirable than the speedy hare that races ahead and then stops occasionally to doze. I'd love to hear about the kill list that you create and whether or not it helped improve the overall flow of your work. Just drop something in the comments and let me know.